Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I am here today with my Welcome to the Hellmouth Project Pan update. We're actually only a couple of days late, so not that bad. Hey, I got my 50 Shades of Green up on time, so that's something. But I am doing this in conjunction with the PANtastic ladies. I will link them down below. It's a Facebook group for Project Pan and group ideas and whatnot. This was started by Jalen, who will also be linked down below, along with anybody, the spreadsheet of everybody else doing this. It's related to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I say grew up loving, but I watched it in like junior high and high school, so that time of growing up, I guess. So there's still a couple of months left, so you can still jump on if you want to and at least get some of the prompts done. I'm actually running low on prompts because there's only 30 and I have finished 2, which brings me up to 10 done, and since we have 13 at a time, I will be at 23 going once we pull the 2 new ones. So the 2 that I finished for Slayer, a product that slays. I finished my Tarte, Lip Quench, and Holly. I will insert my paper progress here, but it's just done. I know I could dig in there. I don't want to. I'm too lazy to do that sort of thing. So for me, it is done. And the other prompt that I finished was Invisibility Ray, a product that makes something invisible, like pores, under eye circles, whatnot. I went with this little mini of the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas primer. It doesn't even like go all the way up and down anymore. It's definitely done. It was about up to here last time, because this is one that has like the airless pump that you can kind of measure by sticking like a straightened out paper clip through. So like I said, at the end we'll be drawing 2 more. I'm sure it will take multiple tries to get something. But for the other products that I'm still panning, for Vampire, a Vampy or Blood Red product, I chose this Bite Beauty lipstick in Licorice. I do have some paper progress. I'm wearing it today on top of a red lip liner to give it a slightly different look. And of course, with these little mini lipstick tubes, it's starting to go crooked on me. It's nature of the beast. I don't know if I'll finish that by the end, but I would like to finish that this year. I might be more in the mood for it, you know, once fall starts really hitting and whatnot. And this ends in October. I have a lot of project pans ending in October, actually, like 4 of them. So, not that it gets cold here by, you know, September, October for the most part, because I live in South Louisiana, but I would at least feel the darkness a little bit more, although I'm digging this lip today. For becoming something that needs to, as I put it, GTFO, I have this Ciate London, what is this called? Starstruck eyeliner. I haven't used the star stamp too much, but I have been using just the regular, you know, liner side. I've used it, looks like 8 times since last time. I think I might have missed a mark on that. I'm not sure, but that leaves me with 32 uses overall. And since this thing has been open for a while, I said that if nothing else, by the end of this project, I'm declaring it done. So, but right now, I mean, that's the wrong end. Right now, I still get a perfectly fine line, so it might end up being here until October, but we'll see. Next is Xander, or something with a witty name. I chose the Touch and Soul No Horriblum Primer Essence. Here are my marks. This will probably be done. This will probably be done by next month, so I'm not worried about that. This was one that took me a while to get started on after initially rolling it in, so that's the only reason why it's still in here, otherwise it would already be done. Next is the Trio, or something with 3 pans. I am panning 1 shade for this project out of here. This is the Bella Pierre Pro Concealer Palette. I am panning the orange shade for this. I just want to finish the top half. Here's what it looked like last time. And here is what it looks like now. I have no idea if I will finish the top half of this by the end, because I am so pale that I can only use a little bit of it at a time, and admittedly some days I don't feel like working with it. In theory, if I wore makeup a little bit more and actually like wore this every day, it would be fine. I could easily do it. But I guess we'll just have to see. Oh wow, this happens to be every time I fool with that bite lipstick. It gets everywhere. I don't know why. I think I'm accidentally getting some on the cap like every time I use it, and it gets all over my hands. If you see any like maroon smudges, that's what it is. Hopefully I don't get any like all over my face. Next is a key to your makeup routine. I chose a matte setting spray. This is the Koki Fix It Up matte setting spray. I've only used this once because I'm trying to finish something else because it took me forever to finish something before that. And I just kept rolling in setting sprays. I do suspect that this will be done by next time because there's not a lot of product in here. Like I said, I used it once, so it did change a little bit. It went from 36.8 grams to 33.8 grams, so maybe I used it twice. I'm not entirely sure, but I know I used it at least once. Still, like I said, next time I think it'll still be done because I got the Urban Decay one finally gone. I've got most of the Too Faced one gone. That's in my dropped in by summer that ends in a couple of days. So I may not finish it in time for that, but I do think that I'll finish that by the end of the month. So I'm getting there. Next is Mr. Pointy, or a sharpenable product. I chose the Urban Decay eyeliner in Love Drug. So this is what it looks like. Here's the paper progress. The bigger line is where I'm trying to get to. I'm only trying to use up half for this project. Slow but steady. I might be able to hit that goal by the end. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just see. I knew I wasn't going to finish it, so I tried to go for half. Next is Anointed One, or a newer item. I chose something that I got in one of my Allure boxes. This is the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. It's actually almost done. This will definitely be an empty by next month. For Hellmouth, or a black item, I chose black as in packaging because I went with a shade for my Rebel Rouge Labs Suspended in Dust palette. I decided to try and hit pan on Cinnamon Girl. And this is what it looks like currently. A little bit of a dip going there. As long as I use it, there will be no problem hitting pan on it. These shades are pretty easy for me to hit pan on, as you can see. Like, even the matte one takes a little bit of work, but I can do it. So I'm not worried about that. Next is Faith Once Good Now Bad item, which I chose the bad item based on just the amount of freaking lip scrubs that I have. But this one is my oldest. It's my e.l.f. lip scrub in Sweet Cherry. I forgot to mark it when it was rolled in, but I've only used it once, so I have a mark now. But this is what it looks like. I had another lip scrub that I had to finish, but now it is done. I need to finish this quickly. This is starting to smell weird. It didn't like do anything bad to my lips today, but it's not smelling too much like a cherry, so I need to get to work on that. Next is Once More with Feeling, something that makes you sing. I chose this. This is the Medicube Zero Pore Pad 2.0. It starts with 70 pads. I wasn't sure how many I had used, so I decided to count the number that I used rather than the number I had left, because I didn't want to pull out all, at the time, 60 plus pads and count from there. So I've used 11 so far. I've been trying to use up a couple of different toners in the past month or so, so this took a little bit of a backseat. One of those toners has been done, the other one is almost done, so I have been using this a little more consistently, my bad. So yeah, we'll be done with that soon. Not soon, but I'm sure next month will show more progress. And finally, from Magic Box, a magical item, I chose the Tress Loose, the I Am palette, which is now filthy, unfortunately, just because it's actually with my regularly used makeup now, so don't get filthy. And my idea for this was to use 10 different shades at least once. So far I have used 3, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with the shimmers, but I have used Grateful, this blue shimmer right here, Vibrant, this gold shimmer, and today actually in my crease I used Bella because the palette I was using didn't have a crease shade, so I figured why not go ahead and get another use on here. The matte shades are beautiful and work great. The shimmer shades, or at least the two that I've used so far, are stunning, but I can't get them to stay in place. They tend to migrate. So Vibrant just went everywhere, but I forgot to wear a base that day, so nothing at all, period. So I figured that was the problem. I definitely need to wear a base with this. No, it was Grateful that did that, because the first one I wore was Grateful. When I wore Vibrant, it didn't go everywhere as badly, but it still like migrated into my crease and stuff like that. So I'm thinking this might actually need like a straight up glitter glue base, because I mean, look at the pigment. They are absolutely beautiful, filled with a ton of shimmer. It's just, I think the glitter in them migrates, which I mean is an issue that you can get around, hopefully. I chose it because it actually calls itself magical or something like that in the thing on the back. Yes, this is a vegan shadow palette that delivers magic with every swipe of positive affirmation. But I loved the color scheme, so I figured it was pretty freaking magical to me, but hopefully we can make these magical shimmers work out. Alright, so need to pull up 2 new items. I got 1 through 30 on here. It's probably going to be a trial to actually get 2 that I have not used. Wait a minute, I don't think I need to actually put down to 30 though. It looks like I can actually go up to 23, because I've chosen everything underneath that, but I haven't gotten 1 yet from the looks of it. So, because when I write out the prompts, I write down the number that they are next to them to kind of help me keep track of what I've already used. So that will help somewhat. So let's go, first number. 8. I'm almost positive I've done 8. Yeah, that's Xander. 22. That's the trio. Number 5. That's Hellmouth. 17. We might have one at 17. Yes, the potentials. An item you haven't tried yet but has the potential to be amazing. So let me write down 17. Next, 16, which I don't think I've done that one either, but I could be wrong. Nope, haven't done 16 either. Sunnydale, a yellow product or has yellow packaging. Okay, so that wasn't too horrible. I think next time, especially if I finish everything I think I'm gonna finish, I might actually just pull out all the prompts and choose from those. So I will be right back once I have chosen the products. Okay, so actually wasn't that hard to pick things. Like, had to put a little bit of thought into it, but I got it. So for the potential, something I haven't tried yet but has the potential to be amazing, I chose this Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer, Anti-Pollution for anti-blemish and mattifying acne treatment. I was really excited when I found this primer, but before I just went and just bought myself a full size of it, like a loon, I found out that they sold this little mini. So I bought the mini like last year and I haven't tried it yet. So let's use this up and see how good it actually is. And for Sunnydale, a yellow product or yellow packaging, I chose my Tata Harper Resurfacing Mask. I have loved this in the past. I bought a full size at one point, but you know, Tata Harper, very expensive. I have a lot of masks. I don't need to be buying no $60 mask again. Not until I finish some stuff off. It does still smell fine. This is a little mini that I got. I will probably only get a couple of uses out of it, but hey, it fit the prompt and we like empties, so I will use that up to completion. So by next month, I believe I will have at least 4 empties, and there's only 7 prompts left. So might be more, there probably won't be less, but you never know for certain. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!